Have you ever felt exhausted and uninterested in your work or daily activities? Today, we're diving into the topic of burnout, an all too common issue that can affect anyone, anywhere. Whether you're a student, a working professional, or even a stay-at-home parent, burnout doesn't discriminate. Recognizing the early signs of this condition is crucial to stopping it in its tracks. By understanding and identifying these indicators, we can take proactive steps to prevent burnout from escalating. Knowing the warning signs of burnout is the first step to prevent it. Before diving into the warning signs, let's understand what burnout is. Burnout is a state of chronic stress that leads to physical and emotional exhaustion. Unlike ordinary stress, which can drive you to reach your goals, burnout is a constant, relentless sort of stress that gradually wears you down over time and affects every aspect of your life. Physically, burnout can cause you to feel drained and depleted, leading to decreased immunity and more frequent illnesses. Psychologically, burnout can lead to feelings of detachment, cynicism, and a sense of ineffectiveness in your daily tasks. Burnout doesn't just occur overnight. It's a process that happens gradually over an extended period of excessive stress or unhappiness, often without the person realizing it. It's like a candle that's been burning too long, eventually consuming all of its wax until there's nothing left. Burnout is more than just feeling tired. It's a state of chronic physical and emotional exhaustion. Now we move on to the warning signs of burnout. The first sign of burnout is chronic fatigue. When you're burning out, exhaustion isn't just a Monday morning feeling, it's persistent. You're physically and emotionally drained, with energy levels running on empty more often than not. Next up is insomnia. Initially, you may have trouble falling asleep 1 or 2 nights a week, but as burnout progresses, insomnia may become a constant companion, making it even harder for you to recover your energy levels. The third sign is forgetfulness and impaired concentration. You might find it increasingly difficult to focus on tasks or remember details. This isn't your run-of-the-mill forgetfulness, but rather a consistent struggle with memory and attention. Fourthly, we have physical symptoms. These can range from chest pain and heart palpitations to headaches, stomach problems, and increased illness due to a lowered immune system. Remember, the mind and body are interconnected, and stress can manifest physically. Sign number 5 is increased irritability. Burnout can cause you to lose your cool more quickly or more often. Small things that you would normally shrug off might start to bother you immensely. The sixth sign is a lack of motivation. Once passionate pursuits might now feel like chores. You may find it hard to muster up enthusiasm, even for things you used to love doing. Next, we have feelings of detachment and isolation. Burnout often leads to a sense of disconnection from people and the environment around you. You may feel alone and misunderstood, further fueling your stress. Lastly, there's a drop in productivity. Despite long hours, you might find yourself achieving less. This isn't due to a lack of effort, but rather a decrease in your overall cognitive function due to burnout. These signs are early indicators of burnout, and recognizing them can help you take timely action. Prevention is always better than cure, so how can we prevent burnout? It's essential to remember that burnout isn't inevitable. There are practical steps we can take to protect ourselves and keep our mental health in check. Let's dive into some of the methods that can help us prevent burnout. Firstly, maintaining a healthy work-life balance is crucial. It's about ensuring that we're not just living to work, but also working to live. That means setting aside time for things we enjoy like hobbies, socializing, or simply relaxing. It's about understanding that our worth isn't solely tied to our productivity. Next, we have self-care. This isn't just about spa days or treating ourselves to something special, although those things can be part of it. Self-care is about making sure we're taking care of our basic needs. Are we getting enough sleep? Are we eating well? Are we taking time to move and exercise? These fundamental aspects of self-care can often be overlooked when we're busy, but they're essential to preventing burnout. Seeking support is another vital step in preventing burnout. This could mean reaching out to a trusted friend or family member, or it could mean seeking professional help, like a therapist or counselor. There's no shame in asking for help, and having someone to talk to can make a world of difference when things feel overwhelming. Finally, setting boundaries can be incredibly effective in preventing burnout. This could mean setting specific work hours and sticking to them, or saying no to additional responsibilities when we're already stretched thin. Boundaries help us protect our time and energy, and they're an essential tool in preventing burnout. These methods aren't a one-size-fits-all solution, and what works for one person might not work for another. But by understanding these strategies and implementing them in ways that work for us, we can start to build a life that's more resistant to burnout. Preventing burnout requires conscious efforts and small changes in our daily routines. It's about taking care of ourselves, both physically and mentally, and recognizing when we need to step back and rest. Remember, it's not just about surviving, but thriving. Let's recap what we've learned so far. Burnout, a state of chronic physical and emotional exhaustion, is a serious issue that can affect anyone. It's not something to be taken lightly, and recognizing the warning signs early on is the first step to preventing it. We've discussed several warning signs, each a red flag indicating that you might be on the path to burnout. These include feelings of energy depletion, increased cynicism or negativity at work or school, reduced professional efficacy, and even physical symptoms like headaches and sleep disorders. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are ways to prevent burnout. Taking proactive steps like maintaining a balanced lifestyle, setting realistic goals, taking breaks, and seeking support when needed can make all the difference. It's also important to remember that it's okay to say no sometimes, and that taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. The key takeaway here is that burnout is preventable. It's about recognizing the signs early and taking the necessary steps to take care of yourself before it's too late. It's about understanding that it's okay to ask for help and that you're not alone in this. Remember, burnout is not a sign of weakness, but a call to take better care of yourself. Recognize the signs, take action, and remember to always prioritize your well-being.